the story of a terrifying secret. You will surely get chills after listening to it. If you like our stories, then please like our video. Subscribe this channel. And be sure to give your opinion by commenting. Thanks for watching. This happened when I was a teenager, living on the outskirts of a Midwestern town with my uncle and his wife. Everything was boring back then, and there was nothing to do for a girl who was homeschooled after her parents passed away. My uncle and aunt were great, as they often left me alone to get wasted. Funny when I think of it now, because I sometimes broke into their stash and smoked a blunt here and there, to pass the time. What I wasn't expecting were the fights that started up after I turned 15. My uncle started wailing on my aunt, but she was a big woman and she gave the same back. They blamed each other about the weed always disappearing, and for the life of me I didn't know why they never suspected me. But I kept my mouth shut. After a particularly brutal fight one night, I woke up and saw that my uncle wasn't home. My aunt shrugged and said that he finally left her. From then on it was awesome, even though I missed him. My aunt and I cooked together, shopped together, and really got to know each other. She even let me move into the abandoned trailer they had at the back of the property, so I could have friends over, according to my aunt. I didn't have any friends, so I was kind of pissed with that statement. But still, it was great to have a place of my own at such a young age. The thing was, I could never get used to the smell. My aunt said that it was probably because raccoons or possums nested there until she cleaned it up. After 2 weeks it got to be too much. I told her that the smell shouldn't be building up, that it should have been going away by then. She shrugged and told me to use air fresheners, which only made the stench stronger in my opinion. That was when the nightmares started, where my uncle appeared at the foot of my bed. I'd wake up screaming, but the next night, the same nightmare returned. In each one, my uncle was pointing downwards and had blood dripping from the neck down. When I told my aunt, she froze for a second. But then she shook it off and said I was just experiencing separation anxiety. What happened next still chills my flesh. I was playing with the next door neighbor's dog, who came from a mile away to have me throw a ball for him. The ball rolled under the trailer and the dog went under through a hole. He soon came out without the ball and yelping like he'd been hit with something. I crawled under and saw the ball next to something wrapped in a tarp. Stupid me, I pulled at it. My uncle's face appeared under the flap, frozen in a terrified gasp with his milky blue eyes wide open and speckled with blood. His neck was gaping and I couldn't stop screaming. I backed out and raced after the dog. When I got to my neighbor's house and told him what happened, a cruel smile spread across his ugly face. He told me that he and my aunt knew that I was the one taking the weed, but it was the perfect opportunity to get rid of my uncle. I swore I'd keep the secret to myself, but I'm waiting for them to pass on before I tell the cops.